So I loved it. I loved it in a way that I guess I would say I loved it. I love it in the same way I love most comedy movies. Like, I'm there to have fun. I'm there um to be entertained, and that's what I was. I was entertained in the 1 hour, I guess 1 hour 20, because the last 15 minutes was actually just a lot of music. So that, yeah, that's what I felt in the last, in that 1 hour 21 hour 25. I was just entertained. I love the music. Is it groundbreaking? Absolutely not, but it was entertaining, and so I love it for that. I absolutely love it for that. And like, I don't think that that it is, it was a wasted 1 hour 20 of my life or 1 hour 30 or something like that. So it's there. I'm going to be saying some spoilers. So if you don't want to hear this, please stop watching, because I'm going to be talking about specific like plot points and things that happened. So if you don't want to get some spoilers, this is fair warning. Okay. I thought it had a good message. Okay. All right. So, as I've said, if you don't want to hear or read any kind of spoiler, thank you. Bye. Okay. All right. I think that's enough of that's more than a minute, right? Of me just waiting for you to actually exit. Okay. So it was fun and the music was good. And I am so happy that it actually started really fast, right? Like, in the very beginning, when they opened, it was already them singing, the girls singing, Huntrix singing, and it was good. So it's like, oh, yeah, this is great. So, and it also set the mood for the entire movie, that it was really all about entertainment. So I absolutely love the opening. It was fast. I don't know if you're aware of it, but really in this day and age, it is recommended that you actually hook them. You hook the audience within the first 5 minutes, or you will lose them forever. It used to be 10, now it's just 5. Okay. And then I love that the characters actually have potentials. Like, they have the way that they were characterized, the way their problems, their nuances, it had potential. Like, you can meaning, if someone will bother, they can actually write a book, or create a movie dedicated to one character. That's how good the characterizations are. Of course, I specifically love Rumi. She's the leader, and she's half demon. I love how it was presented. I love how when it was revealed, because as I've said, that's enough of an angst. So there is a potential for his character, for her character alone, to have her own story, how she got to that point. Okay, the ramen 3 minutes. Okay, I love that. I love when she said that. Like, okay, we'll be there in 3 minutes, and then it was because it takes 3 minutes for the ramen to heat up. And of course, it's a unique concept. I mean, I there's been a lot of stories that are about demon hunters, and then there's a lot of stories about singers. Few stories on K-pop, but this is the first time we're actually witnessing uh, of those two things put together. So it's a unique concept. It's different, right? Okay. Yes. So one of the baby Saja, according to the creator, they pulled some of her the I guess they were one of the inspiration is actually Jimin. Okay. However, it's not perfect for me. And I do think one of you said that it was way too short. I think that has a lot to do with it. It was really compact, which is not bad. It's just that I did not feel very attached to the baby Saja is the character that is based on Jimin, Viv. So baby Saja, the gaga gaga gaga. He didn't really say anything. So okay, so it's fun. It's just that I did not feel attached to the characters. I feel like on paper, if I read the characterizations of each, it would be great. As I've said, like Rumi really, really excites me. Her character really excites me, being half demon and all. I think that's a good start. It's just that I did not get to know her enough to feel attached to her. So I didn't fall in love with her. Okay. And then, so for example, one of the reasons I didn't feel very attached is that I couldn't understand the threat, right? So in a movie, at the very beginning, when conflict starts and two groups are about to fight, for example, the fundamental question is that what's at stake? So if one group wins and then the other loses, what are we going to lose? So what's at stake? What is the threat and what is at stake? And I feel I really don't understand what the threat is. I just know that they are demons. Okay, that's not good. They're demons, right? But so what? What is it that's specifically they're going to be doing? Because if you would remember, for Thanos, it was very concrete to us. If he gets those rings, those stones, the five stones, if he gets them, then the half of the world or more than half of the world will disappear. It's very, very clear in my head what is at stake. So he cannot win because half of the world is going to disappear. But for K-pop Demon Hunters, I don't know what's at stake. So what if they win? What specifically is it that they are going to do? I did not understand that. Okay. This is the Saja boys. So what so that was what I was asking when I was moving. I was watching it like, okay, you're fighting, but what? So what? What am I going to lose if they win? Are they going to kill everybody? Are they going to possess everybody? What's gonna happen? Is every animal in the world gonna die? Every plant in the world gonna die? And then one thing about relationships in a movie, and it's not necessarily just romantic relationships, it can be anything, friendship in a family, but for characters to be attached, again, not just romantic, but for characters to feel attached, because you're usually breaking up relationships, right? And when you break them up, you cheer for the characters, you don't want them to disappear. For that to actually, for you to garner that kind of reaction from the audience, you need to show what one character doesn't have and how the other character fills it up. So for example, I don't know if you guys know the movie Notting Hill. Okay, I hope you guys know that movie. So in Notting Hill, Anna and William, right? So this is one of the best characterizations of a couple, because right from the beginning, you know what William doesn't that Anna is able to provide. And then eventually and within the first 15 minutes, we realize what it is that Anna doesn't have that William is actually able to provide. So that's why you're cheering for them, because you feel like you complement each other. So you need to stay together. Okay. So if you haven't watched this movie, please watch it. Okay. So for William, um, for did I okay. So for William, he was living a very boring life, and everything around him was just boring from beginning to end. It was a boring bookstore, it was a boring day. He looked bored. Supreme Empress, I really liked Huntrix. My son made me watch it. He said, "Finally, mom, something K-pop like we can, something K-pop like we both enjoy." I hope they do a sequel for this one. I really do. Maybe even a series. I think that way we can explore the characters more. Okay, so for example, for Anna, Anna gave William a taste of excitement in his otherwise boring world, right? When we see him in the beginning, he was wearing this boring shirt. He walks in a boring shop and he deals with a boring customer. He was committing a crime, but it was a boring crime. Like really, it was a bland kind of life. And then he sees Anna walk in his little bookstore. So Anna provides William a certain kind of excitement that is absent from his world. And in the same way, William shattered the perfection that was suffocating Anna. If you remember, he spilled coffee on Anna, and she was wearing like a white shirt. That shirt, the one that you're seeing right now. And so she is trapped in this fame, the Hollywood fame that she has. And suddenly here is William in a boring world, so disorganized, shattering that kind of perfection. So right off the bat, you're feeling like, oh, okay, I know why you're right for each other, because what the other doesn't have, the other provides. And I feel like that is what was missing in the relationships in Demon Hunters. I don't know what it is that one person doesn't have that the other fills up. And that is not just between Jinu and Rumi, but just with everybody else, especially the Huntrix, the three. I don't quite understand what the others provide that the others doesn't. Okay, don't have, sorry. So that's why we love contrasts. So rich boy, poor girl, because if you're a poor girl, then the rich boy can provide you with luxury and whatever. We like contrasts because we can clearly see how one person fills up what's lacking in the other person. Conservative girl, rebel boy, star-crossed lovers. We love cheerleader meeting the rocker or the rebel in school, because again, it's all about us understanding why they actually love each other, why they're forming that kind of a bond. So the connection, the problem was that for the most part, the connection of these people in the characters, the connection was very verbal. If you would remember, there was a scene when the three girls were talking inside their apartment, and Mira was talking about, yeah, no, we understand this is not the right song for us. You guys accepted me. I'm so I'm not very sophisticated in my words, but you guys accept me and I love you for it. So whatever it is that you do, let's stay together or whatever. I That they should have shown that instead of saying it, because that's what is more compelling in a movie. You have to show me or make me a part of it instead of just telling me. So here, they're just saying it, show, don't tell, or make me experience it, don't just tell me. And here, that's what happened. It's always the character telling the other person how they complement each other instead of just showing us. So I didn't feel so invested in their relationship. So when um for Rumi and Gino, for example, Rumi was the one who believed in Gino, because Gino was saying that I'm a demon, whatever. I lied to you, whatever. Uh, and then Rumi said, no, you're a good person. You have to believe in yourself. I believe in you. You're a good person. You're going to do it. So that I kind of see that she was the first person who believed in him, because everyone else who was around him just thought of him as a demon. So Rumi was the first one who believed in him. But again, that is not a reason for them to stay together. That's an effect of them coming together. But I still don't know why. What is it that the other is missing that the other fills up? I still didn't get it. Okay. I would argue that the thought that any bookstore can be boring. True for us. Yes. So then the other thing, I have the same thought as Jungkook. When I was seeing this scene, I was like, well, why? Why didn't you just fight side by side her? Why did you have to sacrifice yourself? I missed it. Is there anything in the movie that stated, only a soul of one person can actually stop this thing, whatever it is, this thing that she was trying to stop? I meant, if it was there, I missed it, because when he decided to sacrifice himself, I was like, well, you didn't have to do that. You could have just helped her, and maybe the other person, the other two girls as well, then the four of you can fight this thing, what? So I don't understand why he had to sacrifice himself. He was dead and she was living. I know, but Rumi was telling him that I can set you free if we're able to keep everybody safe, you can get your soul back. That was what she was saying. So I still don't get it, unless I missed something. He was dead. No, I get it. But remember, Rumi told him, no, you'll be safe. So why did he have to sacrifice himself? Still didn't get it. With Rumi and Gino, it's about having someone believe in you when you can't believe in yourself. Yeah, that's what I said. That I get when she said it. Like, no, you're not a bad person. You're so much more than just a demon. but it should have been an effect instead of the cause of their attraction. So I still don't get what is it that he has that that she doesn't, and what is it that she has that he doesn't, so that they complement each other. Okay, so specifically this scene, I was just like, I was like, Jungkook, why? And then I love Mira's character. She actually probably is my favorite character there, but I think she was underutilized because I really didn't get to know her all that much. She has this like, her voice feels like there's so much abandon in her, like she's very blonde and blunt. But outside of that, I don't know much. So I feel like her character is underutilized. And I also didn't feel a change in her. So usually the lead character or the most important characters will go through a transformation. Like for example, for Lord of the Rings, he was a happy-go-lucky, uh, no care in the world, just playing around, and then suddenly he ended up with a ring, right? So and then at the end he was never the same. He was never the same. He was never the same again. So there's a transformation from being a happy-go-lucky person to having this burden in him. But that didn't happen to Rumi. Uh, so I feel like she was underutilized. Not Rumi, but Mira. Actually, almost all the characters, they didn't really have any kind of transformation. So it's good, but I feel like the characters didn't have enough depth for me to love them, and it was too plot driven that they forgot to explore the characters. So I think it would had they made it longer, probably they would have had the opportunity to actually do subplots and whatever. Even the backstory of Rumi, when Celine was actually talking to her about it, she was just saying it like, when I lost your mom, when your mother died, or whatever. Is I want to show it, don't just say it, because that's a stronger thing. um but I love it so much. It was really really fun, that I hope they do a sequel, or they actually turn this into a series, so that we get a chance to get to know each character. We can actually explore each characters, and of course we get to have more great music and great action sequences, because oh my god, the action sequences was really 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 good. It was well directed. So those are my thoughts. An underdeveloped story, essentially, but still good. An underdeveloped story, I think, for the purpose of what they set out to do. I think it's a good one. They accomplished it. I think that's what they wanted: something to entertain, something different, something that will leave a mark, and all of those things this movie was able to do. So I'm looking forward. I'm pretty sure it's a big hit. It's a huge hit. So I'm pretty sure they are already discussing doing a series. Someone wants to buy it already, and I hope they actually it materializes.